Scorpio, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for late December 2025. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know, I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business as always and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we could dip our toes in the energy and see what's happening for the lovely Scorpio collective. I hope you're all doing fabulous and fantastic, my friends. Let's get it going here. My guide, spirit team, talk to me. What do we got for Scorpio gang in late December? And as you can see, if you haven't seen any of the other late December readings, Kyle Claus has come to town, and I'm just putting in my milk and cookie order right now. I think I asked Pisces for chocolate chip and oatmeal. You could throw some peanut butter cookies or Oreos out for me. I'd appreciate it, my good friends. But yeah, let's do it. Let's see what energies, messages, insights we could take a peek at. And then we'll take a look at this first card real quick. Then we'll get into the full reading itself. And at the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean into, which is always interesting. But let's get it going here. Let's rock and see what we got for Scorpio gang in late December. What's the vibe? It's a lovely time of year, most wonderful time of year, in fact. Feeling very festive. Oh, and this energy, this energy is strong. I like it. It feels like very chariot-esque to me, where there's like a lot of forward push, a lot of forward momentum. And that could be channeled for good, especially in a Scorpio reading. Scorpio is one of the signs that I could actually feel like work well with this energy, the intensity of it. Now, before we fully dive into that, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the December subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. And also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, you know I'd greatly appreciate it. But enough of the promo, back into the reading. Let's talk more in depth about this card. So as you can see, we have this very, very strong feminine figure pointing straight forward, straight ahead. And to me, it's like, I have decided this, and this is where I'm going. That's the direction I'm headed in. So I love the determination behind it. I love the decisiveness when I see this card. Now, again, there is this little underlying fiery aggression to it. So just know, and this time you might be embodying some of that energy. Super intense, very fiery in its own way, which isn't always a bad thing unless this energy is coming off too aggressive. If you're dealing with any other individuals that are a little too aggressive, this card could represent it. It's all about balancing it, right? But this is a great thing for future focus. So for a lot of Scorpios, maybe Spirit saying like, all right, don't even worry about what's happening right now, right this second, or what's already happened. Look to the horizon, look to the future. So again, fiery, strong, powerful, intense. We're just going to put it down right there. So yeah, you could be embodying that or somebody else. Let's get into tarot. And yeah, I always say that first card, it doesn't make or break the reading. It's just a little footnote. So let's get you 3 tarot cards in the upright. Then we'll get into that intuitive juiciness. Let's shuffle it up one time here for Scorpio gang. What do we got? And while we get this deck shuffled up and ready to go, let's talk about last week's reading, because it was a bit of a different vibe than I normally get for our Scorpio readings. It was titled An Unfinished Situation. So for some Scorpios, I'm not sure if like a situation popped up or went out, or if there's something where it's like, oh, no, there's unfinished business there. That was showing up heavily in the reading last week. So I know with this reading, it's like, all right, yeah, look ahead, Scorpio. But last week's reading, it's like we're kind of looking behind to something that I feel is not finished yet. So let's see if that energy bleeds over into this week. As you know, energy is very fluid, never set in stone, so only take this how it hits for you, because we could be seeing your vibe or somebody else, right? Let's get it going. 3 cards for Scorpio gang. What do we got in late December, please? What do we got for Scorpio? The deck is being specific. We got cool. All right, that's a good start. We got the Page of Cups in position number 1. Scorpio power card. I like it. Big for communication. We'll get a couple more out here. But I always like, and notice this theme, like I was getting that very powerful energy. Now we got a Scorpio power card. Power, power, intense, intense. Let's get a couple more. Let's see what we could find out. Okay. 2 cups. I mean, it's looking okay. I'm not feeling some type of way about this energy. I mean, the fact that it's all water so far is actually good in a Scorpio reading. But let's get one more. What do we got for Scorpio? 3 cups. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So watch for like the number signs and synchronicities, my friends. We got the Page of Cups. We got the 2 of Cups. We got the 3 of Cups in order, which is very, very rare with my style of reading. You know, I only read 6 cards in a main spread, so 3 of them, like in this kind of sequence, is kind of or not kinda, extremely unique. So I'm liking what I'm feeling so far. Let's go through. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes, then we'll get into that juicy intuitive stuff. But at first glance, there's a lot of things that work in the Scorpio benefit. And even if you're a cross watcher for Scorpio, this could bode very well for whatever your situation might be. All water. Now, normally for most signs, I don't like when there's too much of one element, but there is a different type of caveat here this week since Scorpio is a very strong water sign. All this water is your power place, your power element, your comfort zone. So even though for some signs all this water might be a little too intense, for Scorpio, I feel like it's like that. No, you feel right at home. You feel like you can make this work, and especially with the sequential order. Now, when it comes to the water element, in divination and tarot, obviously it represents the internal world. So it's not really a big card of action. It's more about feeling who we are on the inside. So think of creativity, think of the imagination, the dream world, think of psychic gifts, very subtle types of energies. It's great for creativity in all forms. It's great for emotional expression and personal relationships, as we can see throughout the reading itself already. The only downside to water is that it's not very predictable, right? Like it's always moving. So what we're seeing here is a snapshot where, all right, the water's here. The tide comes and goes, right? Water is always moving. So we're going to have to see how the waters are moving this week. Let's go through and start building it out piece by piece. Position number one, Page of Cups. I feel like I had this for you last week or the week before. Big Scorpio power card. I absolutely love it. So maybe some of you are connected to another water sign. So Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. Now, the thing I like about pages is they are fresh, they are new. It's a youthful, exuberant type of energy. There's a lot of potential and hopefulness whenever we get a page. And then, especially the Page of Cups in my style, like when I clarified, it might just tell us something that's coming towards you, a way you might be feeling. Always a good thing in a Scorpio reading. Pages are all students, pages are all messengers. So, could this be a talk or a conversation? Absolutely. Someone letting their feelings out, letting their emotions out. Big thing with the Page of Cups, right? Emotional offers of different kinds. The downside with the page is since it's like such a youthful, promising type of energy, it's not a guarantee. So when we're looking at this, sometimes the page can suppress. Sometimes the page can second guess or doubt itself. Sometimes the page can be very shy. So we want to look at this further. I feel like it's good so far. Now, interestingly enough, we go from this solitary page, which we're going to get him put right back by this amethyst into the Two of Cups. And we see these two individuals, they are sharing those cups. This is a huge card of soul ties, soul connections, karmic, whatever labels we want to put on it. Think of someone that you either share a really strong energetic feedback loop with, or someone that you care for deeply. And that can be romantic. That could be a really good friend. It could be a family member, just someone where it's like, all right, we're on a very similar frequency here. So I love the Two of Cups. Huge when it comes to partnerships. And again, it doesn't just have to be romance. So for a lot of Scorpios, we got the singular, we got the one-on-one connection showing up here, and then we're going to have the group in a minute. Now, the downside with the Two of Cups, usually it's almost all good, right? Like if it's a choice, it's the right choice. If it's a decision, it's the right decision. It's usually smooth and harmonious. The downside to this card is normally when we get into issues with soul ties and soul connections or someone we care deeply for, it hurts that much more, right? Like the more you care for something, the more it hurts when you're not on the same vibration. So that's the only thing we want to look at deeper. Now, moving to the back end, we got the Three of Cups, my good friends. I mean, I can't see us. It's like we got good, better, best as we're moving on. Now, the Three of Cups is different. I already mentioned we had the singular, we got the one-on-one. This is more like the group dynamic. And I know that's why the Three of Cups gets a bad reputation sometimes because people are always like, yeah, third party this, third party that. And that can be valid. I'm not saying it's not. But to me, when I see it, I think of celebration, joyousness, merriment, people having a good time. Look, they're raising a toast. So they're happy for a reason. So when I see it, that's always a very positive signal to me. Like, oh, all right, we got some good stuff here. All the energy seems to be flowing. Now, the downside to the Three of Cups, sometimes it can represent overindulgence. So it's good to have fun, but this energy can sometimes have a little too much fun, or it can overindulge. So watch out for any pleasures of the flesh. The Three of Cups can also represent dicey group dynamics, but it all feels like it's within your wheelhouse right now in the positive sense. I want to dive deeper on all of it, Scorpio. Let's do it. Let's jump in and clarify. Okay, let's get a good shuffle here for Scorpio gang. What do we got? A guide, spirit team. And yes, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on that page. And yeah, if you're a reader yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you're feeling any messages you want to get to Scorpio, you can drop it in the comments. I don't mind at all. All right, let's see what this Page of Cups has. Let's see what this page wants to say. Thank you. Okay. It wants to say a lot. I could absolutely tell you that, Scorpio. Like, the page has something on its mind and it wants to say it. The Five of Wands in the upright, it's like, I will speak my piece. I will say this. It does feel a little bit forceful. Now, I could put this in the bracket of an explosive talk of some kind, and that could be a couple of different things. Either one, it's a conversation that intensifies quickly, which doesn't mean that it has to be bad. It could just like start slow and then boom, intense, 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 just like gets really intense. Or it's just someone that comes in hot and heavy, right? Like when I see the Page of Cups with the Five of Wands, it's like kind of like a kaboom. That's what I'm picking up here. So I'm not going to say, oh, don't get pulled into an argument. Of course, you're going to try to not get pulled into an argument. But when I see the Page of Cups with the Five of Wands, it's like there is so much I want to say to this person. Like there is so much, and like it does feel like an explosive talk or message to me. So keep that in mind. That could come in a lot of different forms. Explosive as in out of nowhere, or explosive as in a lot. Like it feels like a lot to me. So I'm not sure if you want to participate or partake in hot and heavy conversations in this time. Of course, you're the final judge with your life and your situations, but this does feel very intense. Let's keep moving. We're not going to linger here. It is what it is. And I always say with this Five of Wands, you don't need to be an expert to understand what it means. We got five people that are beating each other down with sticks. Let's go in on the Two of Cups. Let's see what's up with that. So this energy is coming in hot. It's coming in hot. Let's see what the Two of Cups has. Okay. Two totally different sides. Okay, so we got the moon in the upright, and the moon to me is soft, it's subtle, it's an energy that uh, it can be hidden, it can be unexpected, it can be surprising, all that good stuff. So, like when I see the Two of Cups, smooth, flowing, easygoing with the moon, to me, either it's representing information that you didn't have, now you do. So it's like realization, revelation. That's something I've gotten every single water sign this week. I got it in Cancer, I got it in Pisces. Now I'm getting it here, where it's like there's something I need to tell you. There's some information I want to give you. There's a secret I want to whisper in your ear. It's giving me that kind of vibe, Scorpio. So I'm not sure who this is or what they want to tell you, but we have like the conversation that comes in super hot and heavy. Then we have this much softer, subtle one that kind of comes in out of the blue. So it's like we got the unexpected or surprising kind of conversation. So there's a lot of chit chat. There's a lot of chatter. Now the moon, it does connect to Pisces. Some people also give it to the Cancer collective. As mentioned, it's very energetic, psychic, intuitive, dreams, all that kind of stuff. So you might be having some interesting, vivid dreams in this time. But the way this energy approaches, it does feel like a talk out of the blue or speaking with someone you weren't expecting to speak to. So it's like we got this hot and heavy, intense energy right here on the front end that's coming in, coming in, coming in. Then this one is much more relaxed in the center. And it kind of seems like it's out of the blue. So it's like we got an unexpected talk. So there's two areas within this reading where we have conversations popping up out of the blue. And it could be two different things, two different people, two different situations. It's like they're popping up at a left and right field. Let's keep moving. Should be interesting at the very least, right? Let's go in on that Three of Cups. We'll see what that has. Then we'll do a quick recap before we get into the shadow. So why is the Three of Cups here for Scorpio gang? Please. Okay. Now they're repeating three. Now they're repeating three. So we got the Three of Wands in reverse underneath this Three of Cups. So the number sign synchronicities. So not only do we have like the 1, 2, 3, now we got the 3, 3. So please watch for the signs and synchronicities in this time, because they could take an uptick for you. I'm sure you see them on a regular basis anyway, but to me it feels like I'm getting extra signs and synchronicities. Now, the Three of Wands is usually an energy that's sitting around waiting, right? It could also show up when it's like, all right, something's almost here, something's impending, it's right there, Scorpio. So, like, when I see this victorious, happy energy with the Three of Wands in reverse, this is all good to me. Like, this energy feels like it's having a good time. It feels like a win. It feels like a victory. And it feels like I don't have to wait forever for it. Like, this is something that's either impending or already en route. So, again, we got wins, having a good time, cutting loose. I would say the only, I don't want to say downside, but the thing I'd be careful of with this Three of Cups, Three of Wands in reverse is not going too wild. Have fun, have a good time, just don't overdo it. Because for a lot of us Scorpios in this time, we could potentially overdo it with something. Okay, I'm not judging, never any judgment here. But it's like, oh, I like that. Let me have more. Oh, I like that too. I want more and more. Again, again. It's like giving me that kind of vibe. So do with it what you will. Enjoy yourself, of course. It does feel like a win or a victory. So we got a lot of stuff here, Scorpio. Let's go through and do a quick recap. Then we'll get into the shadow card. So very intriguing stuff. Lots of different energies here. So I think it's going to be an interesting week. If you kindly look in the box, position number one, we got the Page of Cups with the Five of Wands. Ooh, this is intense. This is an energy that has something it wants to say and it wants to get it off its chest, and it just comes in so hot and so heavy and so intense. And it's like, I'm I'm knocking down a wall. That's how this feels to me. So watch out for explosive talks or messages in this time that either intensify too quickly or it's just a lot. It feels like it's a lot at once. Moving to the middle, and it's just so intense. In the middle, much softer. We have the Two of Cups with the moon in the upright. So when I see this, yeah, it could be an unexpected or surprising one. You might hear from someone you weren't expecting to hear from. Absolutely. But I feel there's multiple places here where you're probably going to be conversing or talking about stuff you weren't really planning on addressing, or people you weren't planning on speaking to. So we got all this kind of stuff showing up here. But this feels good. It feels comforting, and I like it. Moving to the back end, we have the Three of Cups with the Three of Wands. Lots of signs, synchronicities, and omens, so keep your eyes peeled. To me, this feels like a win that's imminent, or a victory, or something great. I'm having a really great time. The only little warning I have here, and kind of here on the back too, is just not overdoing it, right? Like with this page, so intense, so intense. This one is like, oh, I like that. Oh, that feels good. I want more and more and more and more. Like, so just watch out for behaviors like that. Not saying it's you, it could even be somebody else. So please take a screenshot if you want to look into it further. Let's see what's in the shadows. Okay, let's get a good shuffle here. And yeah, I always like to pull one shadow card at the very end just to see whether it's something within you or something you don't quite see. Shadow cards don't always have to be a challenge, they could be a good thing. So let's get you one. And yeah, if you made it to this point in the reading, please feel free to check out channel memberships. I'll put a link for it in the comments below. It's a beautiful way to support the channel, and I have much love for all my channel members. Let's get this shadow card out. What are we going to get here for Scorpio gang? Super quick. Okay, Ten of Swords. All right, this is a common shadow card. I do see this in the shadows for a lot of people, and especially as someone that has Scorpio placements themselves, I get this, right? Like, there, out of all the zodiac signs, I'd say people with major Scorpio placements, we can. It sometimes takes us longer to alchemize painful situations. Scorpios do not have a short memory. So when I see the Ten of Swords in the shadows, it doesn't mean the Ten of Swords moment is imminent or it's coming at you. To me, it's more so something that's already happened that I'm still processing or working through. And as I already mentioned, when it comes to a Scorpio, this could be something from years ago, a couple months ago, maybe yesterday, 10 years ago, who knows, right? Like the Ten of Swords, everyone processes them on different scales. So when I see it here in the shadows, it doesn't tell me there's an ending coming your way that you don't see coming. It's just telling me that, all right, no, there's something that's still there. There's pain that, and everyone has their scars, right? Everyone has their issues that they're still healing and working through. But it's being acknowledged for some reason, especially those of you that around this time of year, whether it's a seasonal thing or whether it's missing a particular person around this time, just try your best not to shine too much of your attention and intention on it at the moment. There's a time and a place, but Spirit might want you to let that be for now. So, Scorpio, that's what I got for you this week, my beautiful friends. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give you the details of the December subscriber surprise. If you would like further clarification on your situation, you can book a personal reading with me at my website, mastermetaphysics.com. My December schedule is live right now, and the spots go quick, so go check it out, see what's available if you want to have a chat with me. But for the December subscriber surprise, I'm giving away 3 copies of one of my favorite decks for all skill levels, the Gilded Tarot Royale. So if you'd like to get your name in for this, it's 2 simple things, as always, my friends. First, you must be subscribed, and second, let me know down in the comments, out of all the tarot cards, which one do you resonate with most? When you see it in a reading, it's like, yeah, that's me. Put your answer in the comments. You'll be entered to win. And at the end of the month, the winners will be announced in the community tab. As always, my friends, much love, and I'll see you soon.